When Donald Trump said, "We don't need Canada's lumber," it sounded like just another bold campaign promise. Another America First moment, cheered by thousands. But those words soon became policy. A massive 10% global tariff and up to 25% on Canadian softwood lumber. A move meant to protect American jobs. But instead of saving the economy, it set off a chain reaction no one saw coming. The housing market shook. Prices exploded. And the same Americans these tariffs were meant to protect became their biggest victims. This is the story of the lumber war. How one policy changed the price of the American dream. Trump's message was simple: buy American, build American, protect American. He called Canada's lumber industry unfair, accused it of selling cheap wood and killing American jobs. To many, it sounded patriotic. Finally, a leader standing up for local workers. But economics isn't about emotions. It's about balance. Because behind every border and tariff lies a web of supply chains that no wall can stop.
For decades, the United States relied on Canada for nearly 1/3 of its lumber supply. From homes to furniture, from paper to packaging, Canadian wood was everywhere. But once tariffs hit, prices shot up overnight. The National Association of Home Builders estimated that those tariffs added $9,000 to the price of building a single home. Families postponed their dreams. Builders paused projects, and small businesses struggled to survive. At first, American mills celebrated, thinking they'd finally dominate the market. But soon, reality hit. Domestic production couldn't meet demand. By 2021, lumber prices had quadrupled, from $400 to over $1,600 per thousand board feet. This was what economists started calling the tariff paradox. The policy designed to punish Canada ended up punishing Americans. Furniture makers went bankrupt. Small home builders were crushed. Inflation soared. Even the Federal Reserve admitted lumber tariffs were partly fueling higher prices across sectors. An American senator summed it up perfectly. "We've built walls out of tariffs, not homes out of lumber." The very foundation of America's housing dream had been shaken, not by foreign competition, but by its own policy. While the U.S. fought over policy, Canada moved on. Canadian companies looked beyond America, expanding into Asia, Europe, and other global markets. Their losses in the U.S. were temporary, but the lessons they learned were permanent. They invested in engineered wood, eco-friendly construction, and sustainable forestry. Provinces like British Columbia turned crisis into opportunity, building a future based not just on exports, but on innovation. Meanwhile, America's housing costs kept rising, and legal disputes over tariffs dragged on for years. In the end, this so-called lumber war revealed one powerful truth. Global trade doesn't bend to politics. Economies are interconnected, supply chains are shared, and when one link breaks, everyone feels the pain. This wasn't just about lumber. It was about how pride can cloud policy and how one decision can reshape an entire economy. When politics turns into pride, and pride leads to isolation, the cost is paid by ordinary people. Visuals fade to black and white, because no nation builds its future alone. So here's the real question. Is the world moving towards self-reliance or self-destruction? This is the MacroSphere, where we decode the world's biggest economic shifts, one story at a time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Do tariffs really protect a nation, or do they divide it? Stay curious. Stay aware. Stay in the MacroSphere.